So here I got a 2016 Dodge Charger. I got my trusty test light hooked up. Got a neat one from Arbor Freight. You can test power and ground at the same time. Yeah, yeah, and it's pretty cheap and it's computer safe as well. So, um, I got the car, took it to a shop, two shops actually, and they still gonna get it started. One replaced the fuel pump, one replaced the sending unit. So when I checked the fuel pump, I noticed it was getting two positives. See that? That is dangerous. That's like a fire waiting to happen. But when I checked online for the fuel pumps, I noticed they came with a pigtail. Like you gotta cut this old one off, replace it. But obviously they didn't. That's why it didn't work. So I didn't get the car with the pigtail, but I just looked at the wiring diagram of the new one, and noticed, oh, I didn't have to go through all of that. So what I did was, I plugged it. Oh, first disconnect battery. Yeah, you don't want to mess with electrical stuff while you have an open fuel tank. So I unplugged it. You get a pick tool. You pry this part up. Yeah, do it side by side until it comes out. So this is a piece. So you put it back in this way when you're done, where the opening is. You pry that part that pries up, slip it in that way. Alright. So now you're gonna need a pin. Something small, way smaller than a paper clip, like a long needle. I use these. I use them. They come with my AC gauge, very small pins to clean. Yeah. So you stick it in the bottom part to release the lock, and then you pull on the wire. Comes out. And you do the other one, same thing, same process. Push it in, stick it in, pull it out. So now, what you gotta do, alright, so pay attention to these on the back. I don't know if you can see it. There's some locking clips. You gotta pry them upwards so they'll lock when you push it back in there. Yeah. And then you're gonna put it right next to this one. So the two thicker wires are gonna be next to each other. Yeah, shove it in there and it locks. You'll hear it click. And this one's the wire smaller, so you're gonna need something to push it up in there. So use the pick tool, stuff it up in there. Yep. Okay, a little bit more. Yep. Yep. That's it. So now I put this piece back on this way, this back on this way. Yep, push the clip down, lock it in there. So now you're ready. So let's give it a try. Let's see if we get any action. Now you connect the battery back. Turn the ignition on. So there you have it.